Oh, you know what? I forgot to mute everybody. So funny. There, because we'll get feedback there.
Mute.
How's that? There. Okay. We're recording. It's supposed to be recording. Everybody good? So, let's say you've warmed up and you've got half your time. I'm telling you, pick up a heavy bag. One of the big reasons that you guys come on and do my workouts is for loading, okay? And some of you were really loading and you're going this morning, where's our instructor? So I'm going to title this one, Where's Our Instructor? When you come on and you don't have a lot of time, do you notice what I just did? I just walked backwards with a very heavy load, and then I switched. I put it down, and then when you go to pick it up, you be very circumspect about, that means thinking, really thinking how you're carrying this load. If I could get that into your head right now, and you've warmed up without me, who would ever think that? But you did. And you look this, see this? What I'm doing right now, picking up this load, is a huge cause, doing it wrong, of injury. Not only to your shoulder, but to your back, to your knees. So let me go over this. I went to grab my load. What do? I need to put my butt back. So I have minimal pressure here, but I have really positive pressure here. And then when I go to pick it up, look at my shoulders, okay? I'm going to keep my chin tucked, and I'm going to pull with my shoulders in symmetry. What I just showed you is the biggest reason why people screw up their back. Picking up and carrying things and doing things, okay? They just kind of forget what they're doing. So I'm down again. I'm going to pick this load up. I'm going to squeeze my gluteals. I'm going to transfer. I'm going to put it down. If you have minimal time and you want to do maximum loading of your bones and joints and muscles, you're going to do a series, which is what I'm doing right now, of load pickups and load carries. So as I walk, and I have it on this side, I can either turn or I can walk backwards. If you have a very heavy load, sometimes I will tell you to just turn and carry that. Then when you go to put it down, this is key. Many of you just now did this move, and you did this, okay? You pushed your knees forward, and you dropped your shoulder, okay? That's what we don't want to do, all right? So I'm right down here. My knees, my feet are shoulder width. I'm going to go push into my heels, transfer, and walk. So now on this side, see, this is the side for me that if I lean, it's because I'm relying on my stronger muscles. I've gone over this before, but when you have a hip replaced and a knee replaced, the hip is going to cause almost more instability than the knee, okay? Now go back into your heels. See, I grabbed my bag. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to walk forward now, again, for the second time, on this side. And right here is where I want to overlean, because I want those stronger muscles. See, it's normal to always want those stronger muscles to take over. And so I want to stay level. as best as I can. Okay, so now I'm going to go like that. Now I'm going to go into the middle. So I'm going to step right here. If you have a bag that you can actually really load, and see, this is kind of like a heavy duty vinyl bag, very strong stitching, so you could get the same thing with a canvas bag. I'm going to hang on to this like this now, because I'm doing an abbreviated weight loading class. So I'm going to title this, When Your Instructor Doesn't Show Up. Okay, so here you go. See, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pull them right in. I'm going to pull my elbows back. So why am I going to bring it up and back? Because I want my shoulder blades that's right up on either side of my thoracic vertebrae. And I want those thoracic vertebrae to have pull on them. So right here, I'm going to go pull the vertebrae, pull the shoulder blades back before I bring it up. That's very important. Then I'm going to put it back down. I'm hip hinging. I'm putting it down. So if you have back considerations, so here we go, shoulder blades in, then you pull it up. Then you come back down. So this one right here, I would say I would highlight this one for people like Kay, for instance, because she really wants to get those shoulder blades to go back. Tuck your chin. Now, I'm going to push into my heels, and I'm going to pull my shoulder blades back as I lift. And see, it just comes off the ground a little bit. It depends on the size of your sack. So it's up to you to get the appropriate size of your sack. Let's say you want more pull. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do what's called choking down, like choking up on the back. I'm going to come right here now, and I'm going to pull my shoulder blades, and I'm going to pull them back and up. Then I'm going to put them down. So I do all this through the hip hinge, and right here, shoulder blades. Now, push into the heels, come up, and tighten your butt right there. Okay, here we go, down, down, down. Here we go. Heels, push, pull, bring them back. That shoulder blade goes back. Then it comes back down. So my load here, I could put 6 more pounds, but then that would be about 45 pounds. I have almost 40 pounds in my bag right here because I am very, I don't want to say desperate, but I'm conscientiously trying to systematically keep myself from the effects of osteoporosis that rust your bones out. In order to do that, you need the mineral. You need enough of the mineral to be being absorbed into your bones, which is calcium, which also works with many other minerals that generally is found in really good food. Some people might have to supplement because they don't have a digestion that can assimilate. See what I did? I pulled my shoulder blades back, and then I lifted. That's key here. So back down, go to your heels, shoulder blades pull, and then the elbows come back. So do it with me in succession. So the load that I need is exactly what we're doing right here. Pull the shoulder blades. See how I pulled the shoulder blades before I came up? Then I push into the heels and come up. Then it goes to the lumbar back extensors. But right now, see, I see a lot of people do this and they come up. I don't want you to do that because that makes your lumbar vertebrae pull first. I don't want that. I'm going to push into my heels. I'm going to start to lift. Now I'm going to pull my shoulder blades in. Now I bring it up. And then you come down the same way. Here we go. Heels. Keep your chin tucked. Shoulder blades go in. That's where you get the lift. Now you stand up. See, if you do it in that kind of order, and why am I emphasizing this so much? Because there are people that are taking and doing unreal things to try to get their bones not to be osteoporotic. Right this minute, right now, see how I just lifted that, and now I'm going to go pull. See this? See my shoulders? My shoulder blades are pulling in. Now I push into my heels and come on up. So this move right here, pull the shoulder blades in. Now use the back extensors and the gluteal, and you come up out of that squat. See that? This is exactly what we need to do to get the pull needed to make your thoracic vertebrae load. So right now, shoulder blades in. Now stand up. So some of you are standing up before you pull the shoulder blades in. So if there's no other reason that you came on this morning but to really get this move, then it's all worth it. Heels. Here we go. Now, hold the shoulder blades. Now, push through the heels and stand up. That is the proper succession, okay? Or progression. Here we go. I'm using the wrong word. Succession is something they did in the South a long time ago. Here we go. Drop your shoulders, okay? Pull through the shoulder blades. Now push through the heels and stand up. I'm telling you that if you do this properly, pull, shoulder blades, now heels, now squeeze your butt, and you do it 3 sets of 10 with a 40 to pound weight here, and some of you are gone, well, Jeannie, I can't pull that much weight. Fine, put 6 pounds in a bag. That will be effective. And 6 pounds can be achieved by what? A couple of cans of food, or a ball, or a couple of balls that are weighted. Or you can even put your weights down in your bag, and that will give you the pull and the tug, the pull and push that we need. Now I gave you a break because I want you to open your hands. Okay? And I'm going to step forward. I'm going to keep my bag right there. Because why? Because, see, I want you to get used to glancing down, not bending your whole everything to look. We get into this habit of bending here, bending to look down, and then we wonder why we have this forward head, forward shoulder problem, okay? So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to step forward on the other side of my bag. See that? So I'm right here. I'm keeping my chin tucked, and I'm darting my eyes, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm doing a split stance beginning lunge, or a split stance squat. And what's the value in that? The value is, number one, it gives us a break. Number two, I have to do this darting. See, I'm dropping my chin in, I'm darting my eyes to see where's that obstacle that I have to avoid. See that? And then thirdly, I'm doing this because it gives me a great opportunity to do a beginning lunge, a beginning squat, and I work my ankle. And then I come back, and then I come back, okay? Take a big deep breath. So I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to drop my chin. I'm going to dart my eyes. See, because I'm trying to see this obstacle. And I'm going to bend that knee. And I'm doing this with no weight for a reason. I'm doing it with body weight, okay? Are you ready? Drop your shoulders. Tighten your tummy. Yes, yes, and yes. And bend the knee down as far as you can, not raising your heel. See, I don't want you to raise your heel right now. I'm trying to give your ankle a chance to be more mobile. And I'm doing it in a strength training modality or move. So when I come down on this one, I can tell you my ankle is much more mobile. And so you know what I try to do? I try to bring my heel up. Sometimes we can do that, but right now I want to keep my heel down. And you'll feel it differently. So I'm going to come away from this. I'm going to tighten in, drop your shoulders. I'm going to push and get myself back. So that move, stepping out, darting, there's the obstacle, bending my knee down. And you see how I've stepped out wider than normal? Okay, this is a problem for a lot of people. This is what gets people off balance a lot of times. That's why I include this a lot in my training. Because in order for me to push from here, if I'm not set, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to go jerk, and I'm going to use my back to pull my leg up. I don't want you to do that. So I'm down here. My ankle is really getting a workout because I'm dropping my knee. I'm going to tighten up, drop my shoulders. I'm going to push off that leg and get back here. So we could do a very challenging set right here. See this? Tighten in, drop, boom. All the power is coming from here. Where people get into trouble, because I've seen it. I see it every time I teach a class. I see people doing this out working in the yard. They have a load, which is we're going to pick up here in a minute. And what do? They go like this, and then they use their power. Wrong. We're going to use our power source first. See? So we have our load. Let's pretend I'm not using it yet. I want to say rib cage up, and I want to push here. I want to rotate the back leg, and I want to push right there. See that? So this is a great move to do after you did all that warm up and all that, all the gymnastics involved in warming up without an instructor. See, this right here with a target here in the middle, staying down, saying rib cage up, and going back and forth, dropping a little lower. But if you drop a little lower with your knee, what are you not going to do with your heel? Right, you're not going to pull it up, not yet. See? So I did a pretty good set. I don't think I got 10 yet. Let's just do one more, okay? And come back, and we'll come here. Ready? Tight tummy. Here we go. Back. So I hear almost weekly, somebody somewhere, some of you even in class, oh, I wasn't thinking and I picked up whatever, did too much out in the yard. So what I'm trying to do today, right now, in this brief class, okay, is to really hone in on a move that is problematic. And it's happening right now because you're dealing with leaves and bags and you're getting things set up. I understand. So I'm just saying be very much thinking how your movement patterns are. Okay. So here I am wide again. I'm going to go down and grab my load. And now this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little swing. Now, I want to bring my hands together and I want to lace them. So I'm lacing them in to my bag. So take just a few seconds and get appropriate load on your bag. It should be pretty heavy. And just go down and pull and then pull. Okay? Let me adjust my doors here. Just a second. Okay. So have you got it all ready to go? So what I'm saying is in this brief time, this half of the class, Because when you have technical problems and your instructor doesn't show up and she has technical problems, this is what you do to get an adequate load. So we've done a number of them. We did it through carries, okay? So now I'm going to do a carry swing. So what am I going to do? Am I going to use my arms to get this swing? No, I'm not. If I use my arms, I'm going to be in big trouble. So what am I doing right here? I'm using my core. I'm using my hips to get this pull. And this kind of a swing in a load, whoa, it will really drop your shoulders. Keep dropping your shoulders. Your arms are straight. You're going to push, and you're going to push your hips forward. And then you're going to push through your quads and get it going. Take a breath. Take a breath. We got a couple more. Take a breath. Squeeze your butt right there. Arms are straight. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And put it down. Right there. Open your hands. Shake out. I'm going to use my little chair because I have it here. I put my pad on it. I have my load right here. Okay? And I'm just going to turn my chair because I'm going to load the back part of my anatomy. Back here, up here, and down. So I'm going to sit on my chair. I have my little pad here. So my hands are on the pad so that it doesn't hurt my hands at all. Kind of feels good on this little soft pillow. So I'm going to just take and I'm going to drop my butt down just a little. And then I'm going to push through the palms. So what I'm focusing on right now is 2 main moves to give you osteoporosis prevention as far as weight loading goes. And one involves making the back parts of your arms, the back part of your upper back, a little bit on your legs, but mostly this is shoulders and back, the back parts of the arms. Very important to osteoporosis prevention. Why? Because I'm really making my shoulders and the back part of my arms work really hard right now, okay? And I'm going to go until I can't do another one with correct form. So I've got like 3, okay? Breath, okay, breath, one more, and then sit, okay? So it should be big time push here, big time push here, here, and here in what I just did, okay? Now I'm going to come up. I'm going to grab my bag one more time. And I'm going to do an extended squat. Now, if you have a hard time with squats, do it in this position so that if you have to sit down or put your stuff down, you can just sit down in your chair. That'd be fine. Okay? But I'm going to be here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pick this very heavy bag up, which again, for me, this is about 45 pounds. I'm going to hold down here so that I have to get into a squat position. See? See here? So anytime you have to do abbreviated loading, you grab your bag and you hang out down here. And you go 1, drop your butt, 3, drop your butt, stay down. Yeah, just pull with your stronger biceps. Now come down, now hang out down here. Don't put your hands on your legs unless you have to. Keep your butt pushing back, push into your heels, hang out, breath, 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 and come up and bring it up and then bring them all the way down. How you doing? Take a breath. Okay, are you ready? One more time. So I'm going to make sure that I should put the person we missed here. She had to drop off to go to the mall. I'm going to put, this is for Nancy, because we don't want her to miss these very important loads, right? You should all be laughing right now. Okay, push back into the heels. Put your weight load down. Now here's where I want you to really squat. So I want you to get down there like you're going to sit in the chair. You're going to grab down on the bag. Now you're going to push through the heels, and you're going to hold these right here. And you're going to just go lower. You're going to hang out here for a little bit. Into the heels, 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 into the heels. Press, drop your butt, press, drop your butt, press, drop your butt, press, and come back up and put your weight load down. For nothing else, the principle of using your legs properly, not picking your load up first and then using your legs, and that squat that I just did, it would have been worth it for you to have tuned in on this. Okay, so this was half a class. I got you to load quickly and to be thinking about how you pick things up. If you want osteoporosis prevention and you want to do it quickly, this is the one you pull up. So there we go.